In this video, I want to talk to you about why your weight doesn't matter as much as you think it does, especially if you're a guy that's skinny. Let me tell you why. 1 year ago today, I weighed in at 155 pounds. Here's a picture right here. Now, I weigh 135 pounds, and here's a picture of what I look like now. People think that the more you weigh, the more muscular you're going to look. Now, you may be thinking that maybe you weigh more than me. Maybe you're a skinny dude that weighs more than I do. Now, let me tell you why I think weight isn't as important as people think it does. When I was 155 pounds, I didn't necessarily look that much better. I looked bulky. Yes, sure, I was stronger. I was really strong, but I didn't necessarily look lean. I wasn't like, it didn't look that good to me. Now, my physique changed when I relied less on what the number on the scale told me and more about what the mirror showed. And that is what I follow now. So now when I rely more about what the mirror shows, keeping my strength in the gym, I feel my best and I look my best. We have been told this myth that us skinny guys, we have to eat a ton of fucking food to gain weight, and we should gain so much weight to the point where we think it's gonna build us so much muscle. We think that we're gonna look better. We think that it's just going to, since we're hard gainers, that we just need to eat so much food just so we can look muscular, and that is bullshit. And now based on that fucking picture that I showed you, that is what's gonna happen if you rely so much about eating a lot of food and gaining a ton of weight. Because when I'm 155 pounds, sure, on paper that may be good. That may look good for someone with my height. But realistically, again, I care more about how much I look. I want to look my best. I don't care about telling my friends how much I weigh. And you know what the fucking best part is? When you prioritize you looking amazing and prioritizing getting really strong in the gym and relying on what the mirror shows you instead of what the number tells you, you are gonna look like you weigh more than you actually do, and you're gonna look your best. Because when I'm talking to my friend and I tell them how much I weigh, they get fucking shocked. They're like, you look like you weigh 150, you look like you weigh 160. And like some people, this is a big shocker, by the way, to people. Like when I say I weigh 135, that's shocking to a lot of people. That is on paper, like that is not good. Apparently people think that you're not healthy. People think that you're just like, you just weigh so little, right? But again, none of that stuff matters to me because one, I'm at 9 to 10% body fat and I feel my best, and I took blood work too and everything is healthy, so that myth is debunked. And two, again, I rely more about how I look. I want to look my best, not rely on what a fucking number on a scale tells me. And by the way, that number is low, but my strength in the gym is still really high. I still feel really fucking strong in my lifts. So the point is, we should stop relying so much on what the number on the scale tells us. We should start relying more on how we feel, how strong we are getting in the gym, and overall what the mirror shows us. Let me give you some like practical strategies of like how you could do this for yourself, and overall rely more on how you feel getting strong, and overall like just looking really good. Okay, so the point is, again, I'm not going to tell you to stop looking at the scale. That's not the point of this video. The point is, stop relying on hitting a number. Stop relying on for like a number goal. Rely again on like just looking amazing, right? The way I do this is, one, I always want to see what body fat I am, and two, I want to make sure that I'm still getting really strong in the gym, and then three, I lean bulk. That is the whole strategy to this, okay? So if you're someone that's maybe already 10% body fat, right? 10 to 11 to 12% body fat, make sure you do a lean bulk and not a dirty bulk. I made a whole video about this you can check out. But to recap that, make sure you're only gaining about 0.2 to half a pound per week. Any more than that is just going to be excess body fat. So and when you do that for a long period of time, if you start gaining like more than a pound per week, you're just going to get fatter. So gain 0.2 to half a pound per week. Do that for maybe 4 to 5 months, and don't go over the 15% body fat mark. Once you hit 15% body fat, start cutting back down to 10 to 12% body fat. That's all you have to do. So your weight is gonna fluctuate up and down based on how much muscle you're getting and based on how much fat you have, right? So That's the first strategy to this, okay? So make sure you're doing a lean bulk properly. Number 2 is what I recommend that you just stay lean year round. Again, you don't have to fucking eat so much food and get bulky for you to show off the muscle that you gained. Because number 1, when you're bulkier and you're still bulking, you won't gain muscle faster doing that. You're just gonna gain more fat either way. So bulk when you're lean and cut when you're around 14 to 15% body fat, okay? So I can't emphasize this enough that no matter what anyone thinks of you, no matter what people tell you, stop relying on the number on the scale, okay? Sure, gain half a pound a week and make sure you're not going above that, but stop relying so much on hitting a gold number. The number 1 key to this video is rely on getting really strong in the gym. If you were getting strong as fuck, you're really prioritizing you getting stronger. Progressive overload. That's your number 1 priority. When you hit your numbers, when your bench press goes up, your squat goes up, your deadlift goes up, and you really prioritize getting really fucking strong, your body will show it. Should be your number 1 priority. And then, as a skinny dude, focus on just eating a little bit more food that you burn out every day. Not dirty bulking, okay? Gain that little bit of weight per week and don't exceed the 15% body fat mark. Search up a body fat chart on Google and look at where you're at. Once you notice your abs are starting to fade away or you're starting to look a little bit more puffier, cut back down to 10% body fat and repeat. You will look your best. You'll look in the mirror, you notice you're actually growing, and you don't rely on the fucking scale and what that number tells you. Again, that's just about impressing other guys, and that's just about impressing other people about how much you weigh. Fuck that. If you're like me, I care about the way that I look. I want to look my best, okay? Not what some number tells me. And again, if you do this right, you will be your healthiest, you will look fucking amazing, and again, people will be shocked and when you tell them how much you actually weigh, when again, you're so strong as fuck in the gym, and you look your fucking best. I hope this video helps you.